Drew in Bloomington, Indiana. Hey, Drew, thanks for watching Free Speech TV. What's on your mind?
Hi, Tom. I just wanted to give some perspective from I'm an Afghanistan veteran, and I'm fairly young, and I think that the Fox News and a lot of people have kind of hijacked the veteran status in a very clever way to kind of benefit them politically. And, you know, like an example would be there are a lot of memes that go around on the internet that talk about, you know, George Bush wasn't such a bad president. And as a person who's a veteran, I see this shared by a lot of people who are not veterans.
Right.
And I'm very confused as to, you know, like somehow people I think are speaking on behalf of me, or like Fox News, who combined has about as much military service as my socks.
Right.
They say things that, you know, that's basically like as if to say that all veterans, I think, agree with them. Like the story about the person who came out of a store, a veteran came out of a store, and he had a note that was left under his windshield because he had an Afghanistan sticker. It said, "Oh, you must be a killer," and that was a big news on Fox. And
in other words, some nasty liberal who hates veterans said something nasty to him.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, who even knows if that's a true story? And then furthermore, why is that even a story at all? Why is that on mainstream news? You know, it's
right.
It's like just spreading this around, and I'm like, it's kind of clever because it seems like you're supporting veterans by doing this, but really you're kind of just the strong arm of the, I guess, Republican Party,
right,
and their agenda, more so supporting war, not so much supporting veterans, because I think there's a clear difference between the two.
Well, no, there's the supporting the defense contractors, you know, who also advertise on these networks and, you know, hand millions of dollars to the networks. But yeah, I think that's very much the case. That they're trying to say that, you know, we're more patriotic. I mean, Dick Cheney, who got 4 student deferments, and then when his last student deferment ran out, this is during Vietnam, his wife suddenly gets pregnant and he gets a new father deferment, and then the war ends. You know, I mean, these chicken hawks. I got George Bush going AWOL for 13 months. If you're AWOL for more than 1 month, you're a deserter, and yet he was never prosecuted for being a deserter. It's incredible. And go ahead.
Bill O'Reilly graduated high school in 1967 or something. You know, Neil Cavuto. These people get on the internet or get on the news and talk about we need to destroy ISIS, and they have no plan, and they have no clue that it costs human lives.
Right.
It takes mostly human lives, and then secondly, it takes, you know, obviously a lot of money, and then it also creates a lot of enemies. And it's, you know, I'm pretty well informed based on my experiences. I read Ghost Wars. Are you familiar with that book?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't read it, but I'm familiar with it, yeah.
Great book. And it's like, you know, if people want to get their information from memes, okay, then I can understand that they're going to vote Republican. But if you read the book, if you read first-hand accounts of what the truth behind foreign policy and what Reagan did to and failed to continue to do, and what Bush Sr. and, you know, we brought that. I mean, a few people, not us, the 1%, brought these problems to our doorstep, and the Republicans kind of helped terrorists be successful because a goal of a terrorist is not to ISIS' goal is not to come to the United States and own the entire continental United States. Their goal is to say that, and for us to think that that's possible, and for us to live in fear.
Right.
And so,
right. Let me make if I can make two quick points, Drew, because we're going to hit a break in just a second. One is the reason that you see those kind of stories on Fox News, you know, the note under the windshield wiper. Every network or every show has a product that they're selling, essentially, a stock and trade. The stock and trade of my program I consider to be information, you know, kind of an intellectual show. The stock and trade of Fox News and most right-wing talk radio is outrage. So anything that will make people feel outraged, that's something that they're going to go with. And so, I think that's the principal thing that's going on there.
Right.
So if they can stir up the base and they can get people outraged, and then they can pretend that they're all gung-ho for the veterans. Drew Shano says you're our caller of the day. You get a free copy of any of my books that we have here. if you would like.
Excellent.
Would you like?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm going to put you on hold. Drew is on line 6, Danielle. And Danielle will get your address and we'll send you an autographed book. It's 28 minutes past the hour. We'll be right back.